Lightning McQueen has many race fans, all of which are pretty iconic. You've got Timothy Two-Stroke, you've got Maddie McGear, of course Mia Tia, and a bunch of others. However, some of the most, I guess, underrated McQueen fans are the ones that don't even show up in the stadium. That's right, we're talking about the Rusty Cars. They're big fans of Rusteze and by extension Lightning McQueen, even though Lightning McQueen is less than enthusiastic to see them in cars. So what's up everybody, welcome back to another video by Trunk Fresh Green 34, and today we're taking a look at Andy Vaporlock, a Rusty car from the Rusteze tent scene in Cars 1. And yeah, I'm excited. I kind of don't have many Rusty cars. I've been slowly building out that collection this year because they've been re-releasing a bunch of them. Here I have some other ones that we'll be comparing Andy to in a bit that weren't re-released this year. So looking forward to adding Andy to my collection. So without further ado, let's get right on into it. So I am a huge fan of his artwork. I think it's just incredibly detailed. Like you can see a lot of the rust on him and it just looks really good. He's of course very happy despite, being super rusty because he really likes Rusteze. He's a big fan of the races and stuff. And obviously he is a metal vehicle and he's on the racetrack style background, which I guess technically makes sense, but it's a little bit interesting. And what else was I gonna cover? I guess I can just move on to the back. Alright, of course, as seen in cars, we got Darla Vanderson, the King, Dash Boardman, Murray Clutchburn, Sarge, Dave Alternators, and Marlon Clutches McKay. So Andy is in, I believe, case D for 2022. And of course, this is the Thailand version. I don't know if Andy's in other cases. I know there's a lot of carryovers between all the cases. Like, some cars appear in multiple of them. Like, Lee Race here appears in case H and case K, I believe. So Andy's probably in another case. I could be wrong, but he debuted in case D for this year. And he has been released before. This isn't a new release, by the way. He was released for the first time, I believe, in 2016. I think it was 2016 or 2013. I don't remember which one. I think it was 2016, though. And that version isn't really that good, in my opinion. I don't have it, but I've seen people's pictures and stuff online, and it's not nearly as accurate as this Thailand version. And we're going to be going in depth to it once I open them up. So let's do that. This is my first time back in the review room in about a month because I've been away, in college. So I've been pre-recording videos, or I pre-recorded videos, and that is what you've been seeing for the last month or so. Alright, that was interesting. What just flew out here? This is interesting. A weird plastic insert just came out of the package. I've never seen this before. I don't know what this is for. That's really interesting that they've added that, especially because these packages are supposed to be 25% less packaging or whatever they called it. Okay, right off the bat, this guy has an incredible feel to him. I think I talked about this in my Craig Faster review, who's another Rusty car from the same scene, but he had a similar type of texture. Here though, it's like rubbing your hand on, how would I describe it? It's not felt, but it's I don't know. It's just an incredibly interesting surface because it's not smooth. It's not outright smooth like Andy Vapor. No, this is Michael Sparkburr. Michael Sparkburr's roof. But I don't know. You can just feel all of the detail on him, which is amazing. So Andy is, of course, this dark green color. I imagine that originally he started out, light green, but over time it's faded, it's rusted, and now it shows as this dark green. Also, he is super squeaky. That, don't know what's causing that, but I like his expression. It's smiling still, but he's not looking dead center, because virtually every car that Mattel makes is them looking to the center. It's so boring. I'm really glad though they switched it up for Andy, and it's basically the same as his artwork expression, except on the artwork he's looking this way, but the Diecast he's looking that way. So I like that. I like that a lot. Now, of course, he's got really interesting, or not interesting, intricate rust detailing. Like, this is just incredible. It goes, it's pretty heavy on this side and then kind of fades when you get over here. It's not nearly as dark or prominent. You can see the outline of his hood there. He's got a really cool looking grill, which is also textured. Like, this is impressive. This is really, really great. And as you can see, his entire bumper, where his mouth is just corroded. It's completely rusted. There's not even a faint bit of green there. That's got to be uncomfortable, right? Like, I feel like cars being rusty is the equivalent to having, like, dry, itchy skin. I feel like this has to hurt. I don't know. Mater's entirely rusts, and he doesn't hurt, so maybe I'm wrong. And as you can see, he's got brown rims, which I don't know if that's intentional or if they've also rusted. I don't know if that's possible. I'm not a car guy, I'm just guessing. And as you can see, the rust kind of has created a line all across here over his doors. And you can see the area around the windows is completely brown with only a little bit of green left right there. Like I said, his roof feels incredibly textured and got some faint rust there. You can still see some green, but it's starting to rust. And on the back here, his entire back window area is rusted, and you can see the rust is starting to seep onto the window itself. That's really interesting. The trunk is rusting too, and yeah, I can see it's like spreading down onto the back portion. He's got red taillights and a license plate that reads 47 M4U. Don't know what that means. It looks like there's something on top of it, but it's so blurry I couldn't possibly begin to tell you what it says. And he's got a bumper, back bumper, that's mostly brown, but you can see a little bit of green still. And this side is pretty much the same. But yeah, this has way more rust than the China version, as I understand it, which is awesome. I like that. Because, you know, they're the rusty cars. They should be rusty. And, yeah, like, you can even see on the artwork just how extensive the rust is. So, it's great that they translated it to the diecast. Now, I'm looking at the artwork. He doesn't look green. Like, he looks more, like, white. Or like he was originally white and it's faded. I don't know, it doesn't look like green though. That's really interesting. Very curious if what color he has in the movie, because maybe the artwork is wrong. There's rare times where the artwork is wrong. Jimmy Lugwrench, I know, has that problem where on the artwork it doesn't have a gray roof, so the diecast doesn't have a gray roof, but in the movie he has a gray roof. So it's weird there. And he is Andy. I'm looking at Andy here. And he's also... Wait a minute. Is he? Yeah, it looks like he's also missing these, like, rusty bubbles. These, like, air bubbles underneath the right headlight. So that's a little bit unfortunate. But yeah, I really like this diecast for what it is. I think this is probably my favorite, like, Thailand release of the year that we've looked at from, like, the re-releases like Ralph Carlo, Dash Boardman, Craig Faster. I'm a huge fan of this, and here are some other rusty cars. I brought up Michael Sparkbur earlier. This one got released in 2016, is not out this year though, and like he doesn't even look rusty. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about too. He has a dent. He has like an actual dent on this side. Michael Sparkbur has one too, that's why I just remembered, yeah. And you can feel it, it's like a little dent. That's really cool. He's got a dent on his door there. Yeah. Like, Michael here, he's not even rusty, you know? Compared to what Andy's gone through, you know, it's impressive. Maybe this is Michael after taking rusties. Who knows? We've got Jay Schuster, another one. Also from 2016, not out this year. Wouldn't be surprised if Michael and Jay here get released next year. Now, Jay's got a lot more rust to him. He looks a lot better. But yeah, and Michael, he's in need of he needs more rust, I feel. Oops. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what question should I do? I guess what your favorite Rusty car is. You can include these three, Craig Faster, Fred even, because Fred is from that scene. For me, out of all of the ones that I have thus far, I'd say it's probably a tie between Andy here and Craig Faster. Because I reviewed Craig Faster not that long ago. I'll put a link to that in the description. And he's really nice too. Like, I think that's a really nice release as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye now.